You've got a lot of news going on, Florian.
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't been following much, but there was like major news that I'm sure you're going to talk about, especially with
Yeah.
that coin that came out.
Yeah, so first of all, we'll just give a little nod to the Ukrainian war effort. President Zelensky has legalized crypto. The Ukraine formally legalized crypto after receiving over $100 million in support from the crypto community since Russia invaded. And the nation is even preparing to launch an NFT collection about the Russian invasion. The big news, of course, is ApeCoin. ApeCoin was launched by the Bored Ape Ethereum NFT for the NFT holders. The token was not created by Yuga Labs, which is interesting because I thought it was. The developer, Yuga Labs is the developer of Bored Ape Yacht Club. It was created by ApeCoin DAO in an effort to show how decentralization works. However, Yuga Labs is fully adopting the ApeCoin as the primary token for all new products and services, including its blockchain game coming later this year. And Benji Bananas is a blockchain game by Animoca Brands. They are also implementing the ApeCoin. So if you were an ApeCoin holder, if you had a Bored Ape Yacht Club, or you would have gotten 10,000 ape per NFT. But Mutant Ape only got 2,000 ape. As of Friday, 10,000 ape were worth $140,000. And just 9 days ago, you could have bought an ape for just under $200,000. So you would have gotten 70% of your money back without selling your ape. There are some losers, however, because Bored Ape Kennel Club didn't receive any coins unless they were already paired with a Bored Ape or a Mutant Ape in that wallet. And if you owned a Bored Ape Kennel Club just by itself, you didn't get anything. What about what's going on in the world of NFTs and soccer, Florian?
There's a bunch, but before we jumped in, I have a question. Like maybe you probably know, like, what's the purpose of that ApeCoin? What can you do with it? Is it limited supply? Is like how can you get some besides holding a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT? Is there a way to buy it? I think I've seen it like it was like on Binance or something like that.
Yes. Yes. So let me answer. That was a whole bunch of questions. Let me see if I can get some of those down. So there was a rollout to all of the Bored Ape Yacht Club holders and all the Mutant Ape holders. They got a portion of there is a finite number. I don't know what that number is. I'm assuming it's probably 1 billion or something like that. That's generally what these coins are coming out as. And then you can also buy it on an exchange. Now, what's it going to be used for? So if it's bought on an exchange and there is liquidity provided to it, there is a dollar amount for that coin. So like I had said, the 10,000 ape coins is actually $140,000. So I believe so it's $14, which means that you could purchase on the Binance, you could purchase ape right now and hold it. And if it goes up to $27, well, then it's just like a stock. You've made money on the increased value of that token. Same thing with Ethereum, same thing with Bitcoin. That's how all these things work. Now, what they're going to do is they're also going to add this element of a metaverse. They're also going to add this element of a game, and there's going to be ape coins in those games. Now, what's going to be interesting is if they turn around and do a play to earn, meaning that you can get the ape coin by playing the game, then anyone, maybe the way I can only assume that they're not going to just have it for 10,000 people or maybe 30,000 people, right? That they're going to want to open this up to a whole bunch of people. So either people are only going to be able to access the game having the NFT, or they're going to open up the game to more people. Maybe people with the NFT get an added bonus to their game, but for the most part, anyone is probably going to be able to play into it and earn ApeCoin. And then it's going to be a question of what's the value of the ApeCoin and what's the value of how many coins do you get in a day? Because if you wind up with 100 coins and it's $14, it's $140. It's not a bad, little business if you got going, if you only have to play for an hour or two.
Yeah, but also like, can we imagine a world where, okay, we're gonna have the metaverse. Can we imagine a world where people going in, the ApeCoin is their coin, the currency in the metaverse, and they can pay to go, I don't know, to this party, to go somewhere, like use that coin in the metaverse and then have it like that kind of circulated economy inside the digital like world.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we're heading for. I mean, whether it's Dogecoin, Shiba Coin, Ethereum, these are going to be monetary systems that are going to be equivalent to the US dollar, but they'll function in the metaverse. So, that's the whole point of Ready Player One, right? The guy lived in a trailer, but he was one of the most famous, most wealthy people in the metaverse. So like, my 30 million SHIB coin, if that eventually goes to $1, but is only recognized in the metaverse, then I'm super rich in the metaverse and I'm not as rich in the real world. So it's going to be, we'll have to see. I mean, a lot of this, the tokenization is incredible because you can literally just say that, Florian, you want a token. And you could put that token out there without any liquidity. And if somebody starts buying into that token, it will itself increase in value. So it's a very interesting world that we're living in now.
It is. It is. I'm kind of curious and a bit scared of what's ahead, but we'll see.
So let's talk about NFTs and soccer. What you got there?
Yeah, in soccer. So we have Ibrahimovic, who's the former LA Galaxy striker and current like AC Milan striker, who recently published a book, which is called Adrenaline. He actually commissioned different artists to create 11 one-of-one NFTs for the book's release. And we had the official presentation of the collection that took place in Milan. The artists, because they were kind of inspired by the cover of the book, and some of Ibra's commitment that contained the book, because we know how influential and how not crazy, but he's kind of like a big personality in the world of football. So his book is probably pretty fun to read. And I'm sure like I haven't seen the NFTs that actually were released of him, but it sure would be really cool. But it shows how many professional athlete are getting into the NFT space.
You ever play against him?
I did, yes. It was my first year in 2018. We were in Galaxy and we ended up winning 3-2. Really one of the fun match I played because we were kind of losing and playing there and playing against him, and you don't realize when you get it on the game because you really focus on what you're doing, but it's after the game when you just look up and you're like, oh wow, okay, he's actually really tall, really big, and he's a big time player. So it's just fun to know that I played against him.
That's awesome.
And then we have another footballer that did something with the metaverse, which I don't know if you guys know. Boateng used to play for Bayern Munich, and he plays now for Lyon in France. And he's actually getting he's going to get married in the metaverse. He's going to have a physical wedding with his. He's actually going to get married to his fiancée, who's the martial art champion Valentina Grada. I don't know if I say it right. I'm sorry if I butchered it. They are getting married in the physical world, but they also want to have a party in the metaverse for their fans. So that's another fun story right there. And we have also, well, there was a whole it's not a big news, but like in the whole over Twitter, people were kind of making fun of the creator of like Ethereum, Vitalik, and making fun of his look and saying like, oh, this is the guy who like created the Ethereum that's everybody like, wow, look at him. And people were saying that he looks like Tom Brady, and Tom Brady actually tweeted back at him saying like, what's up, Vitalik? You may not know me, but just wanted to say I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you for everything you've built in the world of crypto. Otherwise, Autograph, which is Tom Brady's NFT, wouldn't have been possible. I hope to meet you. I get to meet you someday. You're the GOAT. And because he said that because Vitalik kind of tweeted back at those like haters saying like, I don't know who Tom Brady is. So it's pretty funny story. he made the news. I think he was the cover of the Times, I'm assuming. So this week has been a not pretty rough week for Vitalik, but people were kind of like making fun of his look and didn't understand how a guy like that could be behind this big thing that is Ethereum.
That's interesting. You know, I saw just these last two tweets. You did a little bit of research into that. I didn't realize that that's where it all started from.
You did. I was like, kind of like, sometimes it gets on your Twitter feed, and if you know crypto, you know who is behind at least Ethereum. We still don't know who's Bitcoin, but you know who is. You know his face. He looks what he looks like, and people tend to, like, I don't know, is it jealousy? Is it, I don't know what it is, but they tend to make fun of him. And the whole Twitter space went crazy, and he was just hitting back at the haters, just like, oh, it's here, like a little part of like different tweets on me, like it's funny, I like it. But he didn't really care, but it was funny when the people started mentioning Tom Brady.